This is another way to expose the real core damage that religion and the likes of Baba Adeboye, Oyedepo, Okumu, Olukoya, the core damage they wreaked on this generation. I will say it. So many of you who are like my uncles, my aunts, my daddies, my mummies, you will remember that when the likes of Baba Adeboye and co were going to school, there wasn't this kind of madness that we have in religious sector today. Those people who had the foundation set, they didn't get an update to do it for worldly things, for material things, or for whatever other greater evil reason. They did it to the best of their knowledge, spreading the good news and calling people to salvation, which made it necessary to go to church then only on Sundays. So going only on Sundays, families could be together. Always fathers could help children, the kids with school assignments. Mothers, if they were working then, they could also be relieved, and this family thing was there. And it's the reason why we still have a bit of sanity in our society today, because the next generation, if we don't already know, they are already in serious chaos. One of the primary reasons why this will be so is because of the wickedness that the likes of Baba Adeboye now brought, whereby we have to go to church like 4-5 times a week, aside the meetings if you belong to any special group in the church, which of course has resulted into people not being able to think outside the box. And that is why we have people who can pray and pray and pray, speak in tongues, and still, of course, there's nothing to show for it. Morally, we are bankrupt. I am telling you the truth. Now, at the end of the day, the wickedness that they have wreaked and the damage they have done to this generation will have to go back to how things were when they were going to school, that they were able to think outside the box, they were able to do this, even though they couldn't do anything with their certifications. So many of their mates did so many wonderful things because they were not religious. They were able to invent things, they were able to do whatever they could do. Now, today, we have graduates who can't even speak correct English. Graduates who don't even know the kind of certifications they will give them. And yet, the greater damage is that these babas have vomited, they have raised a generation of religious men who lack character, who lack conscience, who also are aspiring to be like them. Not in terms of anything, but in terms of accumulating worldly properties. And that is why you see all of them in Ibadan, or Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, everywhere, building mountains, building campground. And the reason why I said the next generation is already in chaos, unless if there is an abrupt fight and change in the way things are currently. Anything outside that, forget it. So many of you are parents, you will look back tomorrow and you will see your children spitting on your grave if you don't join this fight against the madness that is rolling around when it comes to religion. And the summary of which is that people don't even know God. They only look up to you, my father and the Lord, my father, because they want to also acquire those things that you have gotten using the Bible. Things that one can get through hard work, through contentment, through appreciating neighbors, through applying the qualities of truth, love, and humanity. Baba Adeboye and co, we will plead with you. Stop this madness before it is too late. That is what I'm saying in this video. Bye.